G'day, Ben from Melbourne here with my Fast 5 Best Australian New Releases of 2021. But first up, I'd just like to thank everybody who's watched videos, left comments and subscribed. I really appreciate the support and enjoy the banter as well. I'd like to also give an individual special shout out to Rob Walker from his channel Let the Music Play, who was the first person who subscribed and left a really lovely message, and also went to the trouble, which he didn't have to do, of mentioning me on his channel, and that, he's got a big viewership, and I instantly had a lot of views and comments who were directed through there, and I can't thank him enough for that. That was a great thing to do. Thanks, Rob. All right, let's get started. First up is Jack Ladder and the Dreamlanders with his album Hijack on Endless Records. This one has a really lush, kind of dreamy sound. Most of the stuff's mid-tempo. Jack Ladder's got one of those great Scott Walker style baritone voices, a great lyricist, good songs. Some of my favourites are Astronaut, Negative Blender and Christmas in Rehab. Really good record. Next up, you've probably already seen this one if you've watched my vinyl tag video, and it's of course Power Supply with the great title In the Time of the Saber-Toothed Tiger. All you need to know, Mikey Young, it's basically the Ooga Boogers. It's on Anti-Fade or Goner Records. Get on it, enough said. Okay, number 3, Butterfly 3000, the newest by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, but they've probably already got another one ready to go in 5 minutes, because I think this is their 18th studio album, not counting their live records, EPs, compilations and their bootleg program. They are incredibly prolific and the quality level is incredibly high for how many albums they put out. It's probably on average 2 a year, I would say. This is probably their most accessible one in a while. It's kind of psychedelic, but more at the pop end of the psychedelic sound. Quite synth-driven, catchy songs. Did I also say it's on their label Flightless Records? Great cover too, I like this. So can't do wrong with the Giz. And if you've not dipped your toe into them yet, get ready for a wild ride. They're all over the shop, but in a good way. All right, next, to change of pace, Mike Noga, former drummer of the Drones in the early days. This one came out on Remote Control Records. Was produced by Lowe's Alan Sparhawk. So it has, not that I would say it sounds like Lowe, but you can hear those kind of touches in there. There's even some backing vocals by Mimi Parker, Alan Sparhawk's partner in Lowe. Sadly, Mike Noga passed away, but he has left us with an absolutely beautiful record. Can't recommend this one enough. Okay, now for something completely different. Civic, Future Forecast. This is also on Flightless, but we're now in the punk rock end of things. There's been a great resurgent punk rock scene in particularly Melbourne the last 3-4 years. A lot of great bands, but for me, Civic, leaders of the pack. Jim McCullough's vocals are just so powerful. Great lyricist as well, and it's just like one of those just bruising rhythm sections, but in a good way. This is absolutely killer record. All right, that's 5, but I would really like to also make a special mention of a record I've listened to a lot last year, but it actually came out in 2020, and that is Blake Scott's new album. This is on Wing Sing Records. If you're familiar with the Peep Temple, they were a hard rock, punk rock Australian band, which Blake was the lead singer and guitarist from. Fantastic band, really good live, good lyrics. Like this one, but the lyrics are probably a little bit more introspective. It's a bit more reflective kind of album, but it still has moments of intensity like the Peep Temple. Yeah, it's becoming one of my all-time favourite records in the last few years. Yeah, this is a great record. And you can probably see behind me Courtney Barnett, Nick Cave. A lot of people have been talking about them, a lot of opinions. I think they're both great records, but they get a lot of love anyway. Okay, that's me done. Everybody, take care.